Here with Queens women's basketball coach Sarah Jansen. Queens falling to Anderson earlier today, 73-52. Final margin 21 points. This was not at all a game played like that. Fourth quarter scoring went 26-10. What happened there in the end? Because your girls had a lead late in the third quarter, and it just seemed to get away a little bit.
Yeah, with I think it was 2 minutes and 23 seconds, and we're up 4. And I think we gave up an offensive rebound on the free throw line, got back into it, and then just could not get back to who we are and what we do best. So something that we're working on learning, and honestly, I know it was only 30 minutes, but I think that's the best 30 minutes of basketball we've played all year. So from that standpoint, I'm pleased. Not really excited about how it ended, but I think you could see the potential there, and everybody's getting better. We just got to kind of make sure everybody's on the same page and we're finishing strong.
You held Anderson to 38% shooting from the floor, and that was a number that was lower earlier in the ball game. And Alexi Mollenhauer, who leads the league in scoring, yes, she did go off in the end for 17 points, but I believe it was 3 she had at halftime. So what worked, especially defensively? Well,
I mean, I think this year especially because we have a little bit more help offensively. That frees up Lottie defensively. So Lottie, sat down and guarded her, and we told her in the second half, she hit some tough shots. She's a good player. She's going to hit shots, but I think Lottie did a really good job on her defensively, and I think she's one of the best defenders in the league. So her having to go out there and guard Lexi for that long, I thought she did a pretty good job.
Personal fouls today. You committed 23 of them as opposed to just 13 that Anderson committed, and that allowed them to shoot 19 free throws. Foul trouble again for some of them, for some of your players in the end. How do you fix that problem? Is that something you work on? How does it?
We just have to continue to make adjustments, and we talked in the locker room about having a better response when things don't go our way, we don't get the call we want, the ball doesn't bounce our way. But the end of the day, you can't give up 27 offensive rebounds and think you're going to win basketball games. So I think they hammered us on the boards. We did a good job for the most part defensively of guarding actions and ball screens and all sorts of down screens, cross screens, and then gave up second opportunities on the board. So I think that at the end of the day, it was the 27 offensive rebounds that really hurt us.
Describe for me the state of the locker room after the game and after these last 2 games, because these are 2 games in which there is clearly a gap that has closed between your program and Anderson, who's preseason number 3 in the league and traditionally one of the upper echelon teams in the league. Yes, 2 losses, but 2 efforts in which you can take a ton of positives. So where is the locker room?
I think disappointment, to be honest with you, and I'm okay with that. Like we have a group, like we've talked about before, that they expect to compete and they expect to win. Our younger, newer kids are used to winning. We just have to have a better response. I do feel like we're on the cusp. We just need to kind of take the next step and see if we can finish some of these games late. And I like where we are as a program and the direction we're heading. And like you said, it snowballed on us very quickly. And I think if we can learn to have a better response, then we can make sure that when they go on a run, especially a good team like Anderson, they're going to go on runs. And we're fighting a lot of the perception of our program and what it's been, the past has been. And we're trying to make sure that changes, and we got to have a little bit more fight, a little bit more grit, a little bit more grind to us. And I think that's definitely something this group can do.
All right. Women's basketball head coach Sarah Jansen. Thanks for joining us, Sarah. Good luck.
I appreciate it. Thanks, Phil.